B'tzedek tishpot amitecha, we have to judge people favorably, but how much should you stretch this? Perhaps from the following story we will see just how much. There was a Rosh Yeshiva in Israel. The yeshiva was in bad shape financially, so he decided to go abroad to raise some funds. He went to England, and he went to a house of a very rich individual, very rich. And he sits with him, and he explains to him all about the yeshiva. He showed him pictures. And this rich man was very impressed with the Rosh Yeshiva, with the yeshiva itself. And he told him, wait a few minutes, I'm going to the other room, I'll come back with my checkbook, and I'll write you a check. The Rosh Yeshiva was very happy, and he said, in the meantime, when you go out, can I look in one of your sforim? I'd like to learn in the meantime. And the rich guy said, of course, it will be a tremendous chus for me, a privilege, an honor, if you will look at one of my books. And that's what happened. The rich guy went out of the room, the Rosh Yeshiva started learning. A few minutes later, the rich guy comes back with a checkbook in one hand, a pen in the other, and he looks at the Rosh Yeshiva who was looking at one of the sforim, and then he says to him, I'm sorry, I decided I'm not going to give you not even $1. Have a nice day, thank you for coming. And the Rosh Yeshiva looks at him, astonished, can't believe what just happened here. He just said he's going to give him some money. He went to bring his checkbook. He's holding his checkbook in one hand, and now he's saying he's not going to give him $1. So he says, I'm so sorry, did I do something wrong? And the rich guy says, I decided I'm not going to give you any money. Thank you so much for coming. And the Rosh Yeshiva says, but perhaps you can tell me what happened. What did I do so wrong in the last 5 minutes? And the rich guy says, I don't want to offend you. I decided, though, not to give you any money. Rosh Yeshiva gets up and he's about to leave. He says, listen, you don't owe me anything, but perhaps you can tell me what happened. I feel that there's a tremendous mistake that happened here. And the rich guy says, well, if you must know, I'll tell you. I decided that I don't want to give money. I don't contribute to a Rosh Yeshiva that doesn't even know how to read. The Rosh Yeshiva looks at him. What do you mean? Who told you that I don't know how to read? And the rich guy says to him, when I came back, I was looking at you, learning from my sefer. But you know, instead of keeping the sefer the way we normally hold Sfarim, you held it upside down. Instead of holding it this way, you were reading it this way. Obviously, you don't know how to read, and I'm not so sure if you are a Rosh Yeshiva. So I decided I'm not going to give you or your institution even $1. The Rosh Yeshiva quickly said, I'm so sorry that you feel like this, but let me just explain, if I may. You know, I was born in Sana'a, in Yemen, and over there we didn't have too many Sfarim. So we used to sit in a circle around the teacher. I sat right across from him. So I actually learned how to read upside down. I'm very comfortable reading like that. Now I also know how to read like you do, but I'm very comfortable with the way that I was brought up, the way I learned how to read. And if you don't believe me, why don't you bring 2 identical Sfarim and we'll test me. And he did, and he saw that the Rosh Yeshiva reads very fast with the book in a very upside down, and the rich guy couldn't believe it. He was so sorry. He said, I'm so sorry, and he decided to give him the money. How much do you need to stretch the tzedek tishpot amisecha? You have to judge people favorably.